Hi guys, welcome to Total Technik. Today we're working on the Audi A6, S6 and RS6. This is for the C5 platform, Saloon or Avant. We're going to show you how to diagnose and also how to remove your climate control motors. So if you've got a problem with your climate control motors, be it the direction of flow or the temperature or whatever, won't go hot, won't go cold, this video should be helpful for you. So first thing obviously we need to do is to drop down the Glovebox. Very easy to do. It's a 5 to 10 minute job. I've already filmed on video on how to remove your Glovebox. We'll add a link for you below this video. Scroll down, check that video out, and then we can focus on the climate control motors themselves. Okay, so once you've got the Glovebox out of the way, you'll be able to see the other little motors that are doing all the control work here. There's one here, another one directly behind it there, another one up at the top up here. There's actually another one, hopefully you guys can see that, same type, hidden behind at the back, just in there as well. So these are the ones that we're going to be focusing on today. So if you've got a problem with your climate control, it's not functioning in one specific way, these motors are quite often the culprits. Thankfully, quite easy to test really. What you should do is you can do this either with your engine running or just with the ignition on, but it will use quite a lot of power, so you've got to make sure you don't drain your battery. But what you're going to do is just switch your car on, and then we're going to go from using the controls. We don't have them, they've already been removed, but using your temperature controls, we'll start with temperature, go put it onto a minimum temperature, and watch what happens to these motors, and then change that, hold it down to maximum whilst watching what happens to the motors. And again, likewise, do the same for the direction of flow. Change it from pointing fully up to pointing fully down to pointing center. Look for what these motors are doing. And what you'll find watching these motors, it's quite simple. It's common sense really when you're actually looking at them moving. One of the functions that you're trying to do, you'll find that one of these motors isn't actually doing anything at all, and that will most likely relate to the problem that you're having. So obviously that would be the motor that you need to focus on to get replaced. Now all these motors look the same, physically look the same, but they do have different part numbers. So I can see that's a 511A, that's a 511C. So when you come to replace them, make sure that you replace it with the exact same part number as the one that is removed. You can pick these up quite inexpensively on eBay, places like that, if the new ones are a little bit too expensive and you want a kind of a cheap fix. But that's kind of the best way of doing it. If you just you spend 5 to 10 minutes just like I said, changing the controls on your climate panel and watching these motors work, you'll soon work out for yourself dead easy where the problem lies. Okay, so once you've identified the one that's going to be removed, you want to get rid of the electrical connector first. Just pinch the ends down, give it a bit of a wobble, just slide the connector off the end. So dotted around the outside you have these little kind of bolt-headed screws here, which are a size 7. Some of them have also got a cross head in them, these ones have, and so we're going to get these removed next. With the screws removed, just carefully lift that off. You'll find you've got, depending on which one you're removing, you've got an arm that goes up, so we'll remove that next. So you won't be able to see this one, it's tucked up just behind the pillar here. But you can see this one here okay, hopefully from the angle that you've got. This one here is connected exactly the same into the same kind of plug here. All you do is put a little flathead screwdriver out and pop that out like so. That's just got a little barbed end, it just snaps in to the centre. Once you've popped the arm out of situ, as you can see, that's a climate motor removed. The access gets a little bit more difficult. The deeper you kind of come up underneath there, you've got kind of harder access to the screws as you get further up into the top up there. But exactly the same principle that applies to this one applies to the others. You're just going to have a little bit more hand cramp probably when you do it, because some of those screws can be quite difficult to access, but that's the principle right there.